This episode of Unqualified is brought to you by State Farm, who has surprisingly great rates for your auto insurance. In 1999, my mom recorded me in our family room, delivering the lines for what I thought was a horror movie. My mom read the other roles, and I thought she gave a much better performance than I did. There was even a moment when I seriously considered not sending the tape because that would require a trip to the post office and an entire day's salary for postage. Not that I had a paying job. I was surprised when I received a phone call asking if I could audition in person. Then I realized that the casting director must have mixed up my tape with someone else's. I could have pointed out the error, but I'd never been to LA and wanted to go. So my parents gave me airline miles, and I flew to Los Angeles, Burbank actually, where I auditioned every day for a week and slept on 3 different couches. At the week's end, my friend with the least comfortable couch offered to drive me to the airport, and because at the time it was hard to find good Mexican food in Washington State, I wanted one last burrito. My pager began buzzing just as our nachos arrived. There was a payphone in the back of the restaurant, and when I returned the page, I was told that I got the role. It was one of the biggest surprises of my life. I was also surprised to learn that Scary Movie was actually a comedy. This was after my audition. Speaking of nice surprises, State Farm provides coverage that meets your needs at a surprisingly great rate. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today. Sim.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, God, we've already gone over this. You've been hanging out with me for like 45 minutes.
I know, this feels very awkward.
Also,
this is a very awkward start.
Actually, it's the how are yous are such a formality. Sometimes we do that with our callers too.
And I never say how are you to when I see you.
No. Because it's such a non-question.
I know. I know how you are. I know exactly how you are. You're tired and annoid.
No, that's not true. You
actually
complimented me today.
I did. You actually are.
But I actually think that I'm in a good mood.
Yeah.
About 90% of the time. It's just for some reason today you weren't thinking about yourself. So you complimented me.
Oh my God. Do I really need this right now?
Oh boy, I know. I'm sorry.
I love you. You know what? Actually, you know what I should say. By the way, it's interesting that you brought that up because I got. We are going to get to feedback in a second.
Yeah.
But I did get a letter, and this is. I wasn't planning on addressing this, but I did get a letter saying that she was a little upset that she doesn't. I guess maybe she didn't listen to all of the episodes, but I don't think she understands our dynamic and how when you give me a hard time,
I do think I get abusive though.
Do you?
Yeah, I do towards you. Yeah.
But you know that I take it with complete love, and that's why I want to tell the listeners out there who believe that I'm being abused. I'm not. I adore you. You adore me.
I adore you, and I think that what I do, which is not fully, I'm not always aware of it because it's like a knee-jerk reaction a little bit. Sometimes I throw you under the bus for the greater cause.
And I'm happy to be thrown under the bus because I know it makes for good content. And I think most people seem to like you ribbing me.
Like when
because it's a brother-sister thing.
You know, sometimes when I want to say to a guest or a caller, like, this is what I really fucking think right now. Instead, I just go, "Fuck you, Sim."
Right.
It's just a release, and I really appreciate you in general and always, and I love you. But I appreciate you absorbing some of my.
Well, I think that you need that release. That's why I have to sit next to you because if I'm not here, I don't know what the hell you're going to do. Where else will you have that?
I'm painting my toenails right now.
So while you paint your toenails, I want to try something different with feedback today. So rather than have me read it, we actually got some of our listeners to leave a message. So they're gonna tell us. So first of all,
was that your idea?
Yeah.
That was great.
Remember Caden from Nina's episode, Nina Dobrev's episode last week? So Caden from Utah, 27, he's been with his wife for 2.5 years, married for 6 months. And in that time, he's noticed a drop in his friends. One of his friends told him that they were worried about him and that his wife was starting to burn bridges, and he wanted to know if he should focus on his marriage or if he should be able to have marriage and friends. And then Nina advised him that if he has to change his personality when he's with her, then he's in the wrong relationship. And your position was that friendships change as you get older and that people serve different purposes and that it's okay to let some people go, and that you also emphasize that a marriage should take priority. So if he has to choose between his friends and his marriage, he should definitely choose his marriage. Do you remember giving that advice? Okay.
Was it correct? I don't know.
Well, let's hear from some of our listeners.
Hi, this is Angela. Just listening to the advice given to Caden on the Nina Dobrev episode, I feel like there was a huge issue that was overlooked. As someone who has been married for 20 years, I have been that wife in my marriage and in Caden's position in my marriage as well. But it is clear to me that the wife is jealous of sharing the attention with the friends, which makes me wonder if she doesn't have her own set of friends, and maybe that's what the struggle is. Anna suggested to be more spontaneous, which is excellent. It's always a balance with a spouse and friends. Communication is key to this. Spouse first, then friends. But do not cut your friends out completely because friendships are super important. Something that's helped me over the years is having a friend day, where she goes with her friends to do something and he goes and does something with his friends, but also date night, and you can incorporate your couple friends with this. Maybe it's just my own personal experience, but there's jealousy with both the wife and friends. Something's off balance. Communicate with your wife and be open and honest about the struggles you are feeling, and then you both can come to a solution together. P.S. I love what Nina said about the ring setting and diamond. I know she wasn't confident in that advice, but it was great. You all are amazing. Thank you so much for a podcast that brings me joy weekly. Love you guys.
Thanks,
that
Angela.
was awesome.
Yeah.
Sim, what a good idea. I love, Angela, thank you so much. Thank you for your brilliant advice, and thank you for taking the time to record your voice. And I think you said incredibly wise things. And please, dear listeners, please continue to give us feedback.
All right, enjoy the show.
Thank you, guys.
This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by Intuit, powering products like TurboTax, QuickBooks, Mint, and Credit Karma. Intuit works for what you work for, and it was only recently that I found out they were working for me. I've been using QuickBooks for years and more recently began using Mint, which is an easy way to create monthly budgets. It was a bit surprising to realize how much I could save by learning how to make coffee. With Intuit, artificial intelligence can predict your future cash flow, recognize a misplaced digit in an account or routing number, and even connect users with live experts who can assist with navigating life changes or help with unique tax situations. Everything is automatically organized as you track your personal or business expenses by scanning receipts, invoices, and other financial documents, while smart budgeting tools let you know before you overspend. Innovative features like these make managing your finances simple, but as you probably already knew, innovation is at the core of everything Intuit does. Discover how Intuit's products can help you see what's possible at Intuit.com. That's INTUIT.com. This episode is brought to you in part by Botanical. As everyone slowly comes out of hiding, many of you are asking the same questions. Am I ready for actual human contact? Should I swipe right? Will they look like their picture? Do I look like my picture? Is that the face of an axe murderer? Do I really want to take off these sweats? And for those of you who get that far, what drink should I be casually sipping? I have the answer to that one. While your date sits awkwardly silent, stunned by your good looks, dazzled by your intellect, or wondering how to dispose of your body, the drink in your hand should be delicious, refreshing, crisp, clean, Botanical vodka seltzer. Weighing in at only 1 carb, made with real fruit and botanicals traditionally used for stamina, immunity, and detox, Plant Botanical is already thinking about your future encounters. Follow and DM @PlantLovesYou and share a story or video of your funniest, wildest, or most awkward date for a chance to win up to $1,000 for your next one. Plant Botanical, your perfect companion while you look for your perfect companion. Available at Target, Pavilions, Vons, Total Wine, or visit plantlovesyou.com to find a store near you. Plant Vodka and Vodka Seltzer. Just the good shit.
There's a baby in the room, which I'm very excited about. I love babies.
Isn't this baby sweet?
Dubbo, dubbo. Dubbo, do. He's on his tummy.
He's doing tummy time now.
Oh,
he's not that strong. He's definitely my baby.
Hey, don't you throw the baby under the bus. Come on.
What is his name again?
Baby.
Evan.
Evan. Oh, sweetie. It's like free therapy when you hold a baby. So I'll just be grabbing your child.
I love you. You are a nurturer. Wait. Are you a nurturer? Like, would you just
yeah.
Would your friends describe you as a nurturer?
Well, I think have you heard of the 5 love languages?
Yeah.
There's like words, affection, quality time, acts of service, and gift giving.
Yeah.
And then you typically have one that's words are my big love language. Like I like to encourage. And also words mean something to me. So like in Hollywood, words don't mean anything.
Right.
So I've had to learn like, oh, that doesn't mean anything because I take words very seriously.
Do you think that was because of the way like your parents like communicated?
Maybe. I think a lot of it's a personality. It's like my wife is acts of service. So like I actually it's like you have to learn a different language. So I have to learn her language and words are not her thing. So we have to kind of learn each other's languages in order to love each other the best, if that makes sense. So like if I do the dishes, that's such an act of love from her. Whereas if somebody does the dishes, it kind of doesn't faze me. But if somebody tells me, "Oh, you're great," I'm like, "Oh God,
I might be words too."
Yeah, I'm big on words.
I like compliments, and
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty good, except for telling Sim to.
To what? You can say it. It's fine.
I frequently tell, but it's out of love.
Yeah,
you
it's in
know
a
what
loving
I'm
way.
saying. When I say "fuck you, Sim," I am saying I love you, Sim.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. Well, there's different kinds of fuck yous. There's a loving fuck you, and then there's a
Will you give me a loving fuck you?
sure. Oh, fuck you. No, that's actually a mean fuck
good.
you.
No. I thought
That sounds like no fuck you. A loving fuck would be more like, oh, fuck you. But a mean fuck you would be like, fuck you.
No. But I liked where you were going with the first one. That was like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah. It
Like
could
there
be,
was the,
oh, fuck you. Oh,
oh, fuck you. Tony.
It's on the border.
But it's hard because I don't feel a lot, like it takes a lot to get me worked up to a place of where I would actually say, like, I don't get road rage. I don't.
Yeah.
In fact, I do, like, I get delight out of, and this is me boasting. Like, I sometimes, and, as I say this, I've only done it maybe 3 times, probably only twice, where I've called, like, how am I driving, 1-800 numbers, and said that they were an amazing driver.
Yeah.
Just to be like,
Sure.
this will be unexpected.
Sure.
And maybe
That's
it'll make...
such a kind thing to do.
Thank you.
That's a really kind
Thank you,
thing
Tony.
to
That's
do.
exactly the response I wanted.
Good. You got it. Because
That's
that
what
is
I
a
talked about.
kind thing to do. That's a genuinely kind. I've never done that.
Well, and it's actually a pain in the ass. Because you're endangering people's lives as you're dialing the 1-800 number, and then
How
you're
would
like,
you know? Like, if you saw a truck, how would you know
like truck
they're doing
number
a good job?
511. Oh, I just made something up.
Oh, I see. Okay, got it.
They stopped appropriately. I just want
That's
want
nice.
you to know that
That's nice.
they're doing a great job. And because the delight for me is it's out of arrogance. Well, I like the idea of making somebody's day in like a surprising way. But I also true, like somebody, the other person on the line being like, this has never happened before.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Were you a prank caller at all as a kid? Like, do you like to kind of
My
take that
friends
risk?
did, but I didn't like
See,
it.
I was the same way. I'm entirely too codependent to do something like that.
Yeah.
Or even those shows where they prank people and they go up to them and say,
I couldn't do it.
There's no way. I would be the guy that'd be like, just so you know, there's a camera on you, but you never heard it from me.
Don't you think it's interesting, though, that people sort of assume that actors want to be pranksters or tricks? Like, I'm the worst poker player.
No.
I can't.
Yeah, I feel too bad. I feel way too bad.
Yeah. For this promotional thing for Scary Movie 3, I had to go to Madame Tussauds in London.
Yeah.
And they dressed me up as like a dead person, a ghoul or whatever that comes out and scares people. I was so bad at it. I was so embarrassed. I felt so bad about myself because I was so bad at it.
Sure.
People would just stare at me and like, what are you doing?
Do you also not like, I don't like haunted houses. I don't like people jumping out at me. That freaks me out. However, I do like watching videos of people going through haunted houses. So it's like, I don't like to do the scaring, but
Hale safe zone.
But it's like, I don't like doing it. But those Ellen things where they send somebody through that writer through the haunted house, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Because I guess when people enjoy it, it's fun to see people like enjoying it.
If it's in a fun way.
They're like,
I mean, I don't want somebody in a fetal position, but I do like that reaction.
But I think, like, for me, the immediate, and I think for a lot of people, I don't know, the immediate, like, when you're surprised, the immediate reaction is anger because it comes from a place of fear.
Yeah.
Or no, it's like fear, then anger immediately. It's like right back to back.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I'm going to fucking kill you.
Yeah.
And that's the only time I feel that way.
And that's why, like, if you
welcome to my twist.
When my daughter's Loy, when she was little, if she accidentally stepped into the street or something, there is that immediate anger. You're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Because you're terrified, and then you give them a hug and all that stuff.
So I heard you talk about a while back the idea of posture in acting.
You mean physical posture or posturing?
Physical posture.
Yeah.
With Gary in Veep.
Yeah.
And because you're so fucking brilliant.
Comes from a lot of pain, but go ahead.
But I remember you talking about how you wanted to be specific with it. And that's something that, I mean, am I incorrect? Wait, do you remember this?
No, I do. Because
you sort of roll your shoulders over.
And posture has always been something I have had to work on. Like, I think I can get kind of hunched, but the thing about Gary is he's so emasculated and he feels less than Selena, who's played by Julia. If he could, he would like.
That was a pretty good moment. Was that on purpose? That was really good. Of course.
No.
Of course. That was fucking quick.
Good.
Fuck you.
Good. But if he could, he would have cut 2 feet off his legs because he hates being above her. The thought of him being above her is just his nightmare. So he does so hunch because he's just trying to get lower than her. Well, does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. And I also thought about like the idea of shoes because for me, I know I don't know, but like if I'm not wearing the right shoes, I almost feel like I can't rehearse as my character because it does affect your posture. It affects like like how this character views themselves in the world.
Totally.
And so like when I was doing House Bunny, like I had to be in the stripper heels, which felt like a combination of insecurity and vulnerability and power.
Yeah.
All at the same time. When I play Christy here on Mom, it's like I wear tennis shoes.
Yeah.
And it's like I have to to me it feels annoyingly actorly fundamental.
Yeah.
But
I would think that especially with House Bunny, that would be a huge help to you. I mean, and you also have to deal with them.
Yeah. And it was like this teetering. It was like towering, but like, is she going to fall?
Yeah.
Or at least am I going to fall?
Yeah.
Maybe. But
Gary always had his bag too, so I always wanted to have the bag with rehearsal and stuff.
So when I heard you say that, like it struck me as like, oh, this is like one of those actory things that I can completely relate to. Mm-hmm. That it's like how you inform everything. And here's a minutia question.
Ask away. I love it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So So I'm obviously like a fucking huge fan of Veep, and I'm so envious of just the being for with the like you're the hero, but the idea of like being protagonists that are fucked up, and for whatever reason you root for them because there is like the nuance or the development of character in each character or whatever. But so we were rewatching some episodes, and there's an episode where you put a muscle rub on your shoulder because of the bag, and you went into the bathroom and you catch Ken masturbating, essentially, right? Is that right? Not Ken.
Was it Matt Walsh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike.
Mike, fuck.
No,
they all have one silly. Yeah, except for Gary.
Is that when I'm drying off my shirt?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So then you come back out in the next scene, and your shirt is ironed. Okay. It doesn't look ironed, but it doesn't look rumpled. And I was just wondering, was that a conscious choice, or am I overthinking?
No, you're not overthinking at all. The sad thing is I don't remember the episode at all.
Okay, what about this one?
That's what scares me. Okay. Like when you say that, that's like
I know.
When people, and I don't know if you have this experience too.
Yeah.
But when people come up to you and say, "Oh, and House Bunny and Scary Movie," when people come up to me about Arrested, or I have no idea what they're talking about, and I say, "Please keep talking because that sounds hilarious." Yep. Just to be reminded about jokes.
Oh, my dad will call me up and he'll just like leave a voice message saying a line that I said last week on Mom.
Yeah.
And I'll have no idea what he's referring to. Like,
and it actually scares me because I think am I just not digesting anything and just, I don't know.
I don't know, but I think that we have to, I want to get to another thing, but you might not remember this either. But I wonder if, Tony, if like our brains have to dismiss because of the concentration that it takes in that certain moment of like being active or whatever.
And there's scripts. I mean, TVs shoot so fast, you kind of have to. And we would also we typically got pages the day of. Most of our pages came the day of.
Okay, so Allison Janney told me, and I don't know if this is true. Feel free to throw her under the bus.
No, I would never do that.
But she said that when she came to do Veep,
by the way, that baby is like a sound machine. It's just comforting. So thank you.
I was getting nervous.
Are you kidding? I was like, this is Let the baby talk as much
unprofessional
as he wants.
Have you always been?
I love babies. I just think and I love my daughter too, who's 13. But what if I was like, I just like the baby stage? No, there's just something also when they get to be 2, they're not giving you any bullshit. Like they'll just stare at you. If you say a joke or if you make a face, they'll just look at you like they're not going to play your game just to be nice.
What's been the favorite age of your daughter?
I genuinely, this sounds like a cheesy answer, but it's each year is different. It's just like now she's in 7th grade, so it's all new stuff.
I bet she's really smart and funny.
She's really funny and smart. And
you've given her the gift of clearly being such a loving dad.
She is a sweetheart, and she's got a really quick sense of humor. I've said this over and over, and I apologize if you've heard this, but I remember one time I said, "Hey, sweetie, when you get a chance, I need you to clean your room." And she goes, "Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get a chance." And I was like, "Okay, points for writing, but you're going to get a chance because I'm not going to find a chance to feed you if you don't."
But then you're like, "Oh, here's some mac and cheese,
exactly, and here's a 20."
Anna, you were talking about Allison Janney before my son started providing his own soundtrack.
Yeah,
which I love.
No, but she was saying too, when I was asking about you, that's the kind of research I do. I gossip. I ask
the best way.
My co-stars here at Mom, but she was saying that when she came into Veep, that you guys, in her recollection, she said she also had like a food. Like she had some, like she was really, really ill. But that you guys did the table read and then the scripts were taken away. Am I betraying something with her if I say that?
No, you're not betraying at all. So what they would do this was years ago when because the writers switched. So Armando, and I have huge respect. He wanted to spend some more time with his family who created the show, so they went to London. We got a whole new set of writers.
Dick. I'm gonna spend time with my family in London. Fuck you.
That's a nice fuck you.
It is. It's a respectful.
It's a respectful fuck you.
Because I'm jealous.
Just so
that
Armando knows.
was like, yeah, you know.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting your fuck yous down. So we would get a script, and then they would just let us see if it gelled and just kind of play if anything else came up. So if any other ideas came up, and so like and while finding the rhythm of what they've written, it was just kind of seeing like, hey, if you guys have any ideas, speak up.
Did you?
Which was daunting at first because you're like, I don't know if I can match whatever you're putting on the paper, but it's almost like he always said, typical improv thing, never try to be funny, just like, just let's see if you guys if there's something there.
Well, and you're such a brilliant actor, and I can't look at you when I say that because it feels like if I look at you, it will feel insincere. But
that's very nice.
But I mean,
my therapist would tell you many other stories.
But you are a brilliant reactor, which I think is I don't know. It's like it's a generosity. You're a
nice.
very, very generous actor.
That's sweet. I received that and I appreciate that. It also had to do with that Gary was called a bitchy mime in one of the episodes. And he never could speak up about policy, or Selena never let him speak up. So his facial expressions became his vocabulary.
Yeah,
and that's the way he could express himself.
And yes, I feel like I.
What is that?
Oh, it's really good. Do you want to try it?
What is it? A beer?
No, it's like a canned. It's a canned
mixed drink, right?
Yeah.
Really?
You
What's the liquor? What's the poison?
It's rye.
Rye? Okay. Can I ask a really stupid question?
It's the hipster drink.
What is rye? Oh, rye is whiskey. Okay. I just read it. I get really confused with whiskey and bourbon.
Gary, you either try
Okay. Yeah.
or you talk about it, but whatever you do.
That's nice.
Do you want one?
No, because I'm trying to back off on sugar, but that's very, very good.
All right.
God, that's really good, actually. But can someone describe me the difference between whiskey and bourbon and all that? Just like quickly, do you know?
I should know this.
It all has the wonderful numbing quality. And
Got it.
Enjoy it.
Got it.
No, we should do a podcast on
I think
that.
bourbon is just Kentucky.
Gary, if you came back,
Maybe.
did your research,
Yeah,
and would you give us like a lesson?
sure.
Okay.
Actually, you're absolutely. There's Kentucky, and then there's another place that does
Tennessee does whiskey.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
Yeah,
Jack
yeah.
Daniels. I have no idea.
I don't know. And there's peat up in Scotland.
Yeah, peat.
Yeah, they like harvest peat or something.
Oh gosh,
That's how they make.
you don't want me doing the research. I'd be just constantly like, what? Anyway,
No, we need you to do. Wait, but Gary is
Gary is a researcher, but he's a researcher of kind of dumb facts. He's like, by the way, you're talking to a woman who wore pink 2 days in a row last week, or something like that.
Did it? I feel like I loved it that they gave you a love interest that was outside of Selena.
Yeah.
But did that feel like
Jessica St. Clair.
and who was she was great, but I was always so nervous because it was clear that in a testament to your talent, of course, but that your character
Had mom issues. Big
so
mom
it felt
issues.
like how do I
Totally. He had big intimacy. There was a lot going on in that body. But he also, if you noticed, his girlfriend was also his mother. Because he always had these very, very dominating,
she was very
powerful.
yeah.
And that's where he was comfortable.
Yeah.
He kind of attaches himself to strong
but
powerful.
ultimately like Mommy Dearest
and he just
was
wants
the
another
most
mom.
powerful.
Oh, that would be his dream. If Joan Crawford came back and coddled him, he would be in heaven.
It's such a testament to your talent, though.
Oh, well, that's very nice.
And I think the most brilliant scene maybe I've ever seen is that the bathroom scene.
Oh yeah, when we were losing our minds. And you'll appreciate this when you have to go for a long period of time laughing or crying.
Yes. How did you guys do it?
You get to the place where you either get hysterical or it just starts hurting because you don't.
Yeah.
And then you get in your head and you're like, have I gotten to the place where it's looking fake? Because you're pushing, because you have to do it for so long. But we did hit a rhythm where it started to feel natural, and then it kind of ebbed and flows, and that's where the beauty of editing came in. I think they took out the places that looked fake.
It looked. Have you seen this? Sim.
By the way,
you are
the reason my
missing
wife
out.
and baby are here is because she's a huge fan. I don't know.
Amy,
And I've never seen
nice.
Veep, and I really want to see it. I'm a Arrested Development fan.
Do you know this? You know the scene I'm talking about, and when Selena and Gary
She
are in
tells
the
me she's going to
bathroom?
be president, and then my nose starts bleeding, and
Do you remember this?
And then-
Oh my God, it's so good. It's so delicious because they just both like it goes from this moment of like tension, and then they start like.
and then she starts serving me.
Sorry, I don't mean to refer to you as though you're not here.
No, I love it.
That's how invested I was. I love it.
It's also, have you ever met Julia?
Yeah, but just at like the stupid things.
She's the best. And she's talk about giving and gracious, and I mean we've both
I
worked with.
met her at the Emmys, and she didn't give me her Emmy.
Oh, that's weird.
No.
She's given me all of hers. But she is really cool and grounded and normal and
like fucking groundbreaking too. Like to be a fucking beautiful woman. Sorry, I don't mean to say fucking so much, but it is my emphasis word.
hey, I know the range. I don't take them seriously. They're not mean fucking.
Right. Thank you. It's like it's just I don't know what.
Well, it's a powerful word. It's a power. People forget it's a powerful word, and it does say something, and it gives emphasis to
What
something.
offends you?
People talking too loud on their phones. Conversations that I don't want to hear. People sharing really intimate details in a table right next to me at a restaurant.
Like what?
Just like just having very loud conversations about very personal things.
Should we do it? Should we try to improv something? Like what?
Do you know, because in restaurants, they sit you very close sometimes.
Okay, I'm imagining you at Mozza.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Which one, the pizzeria or the osteria?
The Osteria.
Oh, that's the fancy side.
Yeah.
They're not that close, but like in New
I
York,
got seated close,
if you,
so I guess I'm not.
if
Not you.
If you go to New York though, and you got small spaces, and they put you really close to people.
Okay.
And the thing
it's
is,
like so. Yeah. Sorry. Go
so
on.
no, but it's like if you sitting. Does anybody else, like if you're sitting next, and all of a sudden they just start talking really loud about how how they're awful their marriages or their child or something, and I'm like, if you want the whole restaurant to hear, I hear you. But if you want just the person in front of you to hear, you need to bring your voice down. It's a voice modulation issue.
Tony, I'm imagining it's like somebody having an affair. Like
Totally. It could be that. And I mean, I tend to be a little bit of a, what's the thing where you want to rescue? And so it's very hard not to be like, do you want a solution? Because I've had some therapy and here's some tools. You kind of want to chime in. And that's probably that is my responsibility to not do that.
wait, so
But I have chimed in before.
I need to know more about this.
Well, I do specifically remember someone talking about their anxiety and stuff, and how they were talking very, very loud. And before I left, I just couldn't help but going.
I am so anxious.
I just couldn't help it before I left saying,
That sounds horrible.
Here's like 4 tools for your anxiety that have really helped me.
Xanax?
Like, no, one is saying whenever you find yourself, what if, and you say not now, or these are what I told them. Or if you feel really anxious, you start feeling things like you're like a couch around you just to kind of ground you. You have to wake yourself up 100 times a day to where you are, because it's very easy to be somewhere else in your head. Anyways.
You are healthy. You know what I was thinking?
But I shouldn't have said that. That's not my business.
About the bug that crawls into the thing in Wrath of Khan, right? Like, like into your brain, right?
Oh,
like
I didn't see that.
That feels. Oh, oh my God. Oh God.
But now I feel
Fuck
bad.
you.
I'm gonna watch it, but that's not a bad fuck
Sim
you.
is
So I'm not taking it seriously.
No, don't. But Sim is taking an eyes open nap right now.
Is it Star Trek? Oh, no.
Yeah, it's a Star Trek thing, and then the bad guy puts like a brain-eating worm into somebody's head, and
that also sounds like a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Did you guys see the Black Mirror where they become an insect in the spaceship?
What season was that?
I think it was the first one. It was petrifying. Anyways, I can't watch really heavy stuff because there's a part of me that's like, hey guys, guess what, guys? Homeland is happening somewhere in our world. That's not entertaining for me to watch. Great show, but it's hard for me to watch sometimes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, and also, yeah, I have a lot of feelings about that. About not Homeland, but
great show,
watching,
but it's heavy.
Like watching television as escape, because I think that I don't know. Sometimes I get wrapped up in the acting or the plot, and I absorb it. Mm-hmm. I guess.
Do you like? Can I ask you questions?
Yeah.
I don't like scary movies. I've never liked scary movies because it's not entertaining for me to watch something where someone's in the basement saying, "Have you checked the children?" That's going to stick with me for the rest of the night. Okay.
Yeah.
So when do you like scary movies?
No.
And, okay. B, it was obviously very, very different. Scary Movie was a comedy, but it's very, very different. Did you have to do a lot of research about scary movies doing that movie?
I should have, but I didn't.
Okay.
But I did convince myself at times, this was how naive I was, that that because I would work myself up, like running away from the killer, because that was the first comedy I'd done, and I hadn't really done that much at all. But I grew up doing like dramatic stuff in Seattle, and so I would work myself up to a place where I felt terrified, running away from this spoof, like dude in a whatever, and so I thought, in fact, I remember telling a journalist that something along the lines of like, oh, this movie has it all. It's funny, but it's also scary. And then like reflecting upon that, like,
yeah,
like what?
Well, it had some truth in it because it was scary at points and funny at points.
It was just... But working myself up to like feeling frightened.
Oh, yeah.
Like to being like earnest as an actor.
Yeah, sure.
Which I don't know. I feel foolish recounting that idea, but I do remember like racing down fake hallways and being like, "How is he gonna fucking get me?"
Yeah. But there's
Cindy Campbell cannot die tonight.
There's just so much, because yours were fun. There's so much fear in society. I don't get the idea of sitting in a room, watching a screen, and getting more terrified. Because some people can separate and be like, that was funny.
Right.
I leave and I'm like, someone's after me.
Yes. Yeah.
You know?
I'm with you. And I think that actually, I don't know if this is completely related, but it might be. I think that's why I like documentaries and I like podcasts, because there's more of an escape to a degree in realism, in things that are outside of the industry that scare me sometimes. Sure. But I take an odd comfort in escaping through like a bigger world events that don't involve like what role I didn't get. Or the industry shit, because I'm
totally
like.
Have you seen 3 Identical Strangers?
No, but
so
everyone
good.
was it?
So good.
It's so good, and it's surprising. It starts off one way and just unfolds and unfolds and unfolds. It's really good.
How the fuck did we do? Because I don't know anything about it. But 1950s, right? America.
No, it was. I think it was 70s.
Yeah.
70s.
Yeah,
that's even more depressing.
To the present, but it's like it like since it kind of goes back in their life, and they were born in the 70s.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's intense, but so good, good.
Where do we get it?
I think it's all over now.
Yeah,
you can get it on demand.
Oh,
we're not promoting it though.
Yeah, that was the business mind. He just took a nap and then he woke up and he was like, "We're not going to say whatever thing you can stream it on
unless they pay us."
Exactly.
But we are going to say that because I just don't want you to forget that he is in a series of unfortunate events on Netflix, and Netflix actually is a sponsor, so I could say that too.
Do you feel like? Would you like to do?
That children's show I did is coming out on Netflix too.
Well, that's what is that what I just promoted?
Oh, the series of unfortunate events. You're right. That's they're both on.
Oh, they're both on Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
It's coming out on Netflix. Anyways.
Oh, it's not out yet.
No. Anyways, not to plug.
You guys done?
This was a really gross conversation.
This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by Best Fiends. We all know there really is only one Match 3 style game worth playing. It's the one with an actual storyline, cool collectible characters, and non-stop action-packed adventure. It's the one with literally thousands of challenging puzzles to solve. And yes, I'm using the word literally correctly. Of course, I'm talking about Best Fiends. You meet your best fiends early in their careers. They don't have much experience, but they have heart. I recognized a little piece of myself in each of them. And so I began to assemble the perfect team. I watched them grow as we solved puzzle after puzzle, working hard and playing hard. Today, my best fiends are ready to go anytime and anywhere. I'm really proud of what they have become. With new challenges and levels added all the time, there's never a boring moment. So download Best Fiends free today on the App Store or Google Play. That's friends without the R, Best Fiends. This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by The Pill Club. Do you need to renew your birth control prescription? Want to switch your birth control? Maybe try it for the first time. Whether you know the brand you want or you're looking for help finding the best option, the Pill Club medical team has your back. With the Pill Club, you'll never have to make a trip to the doctor or wait in line at the pharmacy. The Pill Club is a birth control subscription prescribed by a medical professional and delivered straight to your door for free in discreet packaging. The Pill Club carries over 120 FDA-approved brands. Most brands of birth control are free with insurance or Medicaid. Otherwise, prices start as low as $7 per month without insurance. Right now, when you go to thepillclub.com/unqualified, the Pill Club is offering a $10 donation to bedsider.org for every unqualified listener who becomes a patient. Your donation will help low-income individuals get access to birth control through bedsider.org. That's thepillclub.com/unqualified to get your first birth control care package. That's thepillclub.com/unqualified to get your first birth control care package and donate to help more women in need of affordable birth control. Remember, thepillclub.com/unqualified. You must use the link to make a donation.
She was so cute.
Okay, do you want to do deal breakers or an improv?
I don't know what Dealbreakers is, so that sounds fun.
You have to imagine that you're single. Or we
Sure.
could do both.
Well, let's do Dealbreakers first. That sounds
right.
fun. Yeah.
All right. Deal breakers. You imagine that you're single.
Okay.
I don't want to press you on your private life. I mean, I do,
Sure. You can.
but I won't. Well,
I'm married 16 years, and I have a 13-year-old daughter, and they're amazing. And we're from
you
the South.
guys live on a small island.
And we live on a small island, and we
coast of
helicopter there.
Maine.
That's right. That's right. We do a 6-hour plane ride for dinner every night. Yeah. And we have really great family time on the plane.
Lobster again.
Again? No butter this time.
Oh, what? Just margins.
Margins. That made me think of that new ghee butter. Have you heard of this?
Yeah, ghee. It's not new.
It's not. Well, it seems to be. It's having a moment.
It sounds
I've
like
heard of it.
It sounds like it's something Indian. It sounds Indian because I think my mom used ghee.
What the fuck?
What?
You just betrayed your fucking ass right now. Oh, it sounds like it's Indian. Like you don't fucking know what ghee is? Fuck you. And I'm sorry to swear this intensely.
Tony, are you listening to this right now?
By the way,
But this
Sweet little
She's
baby.
yelling at me because she thinks I should know what ghee is.
No. I'm yelling at you because I know that you know what ghee is. And you're a fucking jerk right now. Tell our dear listeners
Is this fair, Tony? Is this fair at all?
Well,
and Tony that you know exactly what the fuck.
So has your mother baked with ghee
Yes.
since you were?
Yes, she has.
further?
Yep.
I'm assuming so, maybe.
Yes.
And you know this
Oh my God.
because
She might be
Because she
using
has
normal
cooked
butter
for me.
because she was using the butter from the store.
Oh my God.
I don't think they had like Trader Joe's back then, or like any of the specialty places where you can buy
But
ghee.
no.
Right.
You're distracting. You're saying, you're like, oh, I don't know where we can find ghee. Instead of being like, I don't know what ghee is. I think I sort of do. Fuck you. You know exactly what ghee is. It's clarified butter.
Yeah, clarified butter. That's right. So you can get that anywhere, right?
Can you break that
What
down
a
for me? What does
fucking
clarified
dick.
butter mean?
It means you separate like the fats from like the dairy fats from like the from the
Whatever base it is.
yeah. So it's like you remove some like of the I want to say pigment, but that's incorrect. But
Oils?
like the white business
The fat.
No, but it still has fat in it.
Because it's having a big moment now because of all the diets.
Listen, are you trying to protect Sim by distracting me?
Well, here's the deal.
Because
I don't like tension.
want you to protect him. I
and there's a
want
4-month-old
fucking
in the room.
Yeah, who's going to
And
know what ghee is?
People might not think babies' environments
He
are
is going
important
to know what
at this
ghee
age.
is.
I tend to disagree.
Oh my God! I hope
think
I'm going to
words-
send this
and
episode
by
to
the
your
way-
mom, and she will be like, "Fuck you, Sim." You
Words
know
are
exactly
important.
What ghee is. Words are important.
Words are
Sorry,
important.
that's right. Maybe I'm not a word one.
You know what? That could be that baby's love language, and you might be really messing
yeah.
things up now.
What word? If I'm not a word one, what is my love language?
Well, actually, your love language tends to be what you get. Like, I like to encourage. So typically what you give is what your love language that you like to receive. So are you affectionate? Do you give gifts? Are you acts of service?
No.
Quality time? Do you like spending time?
Yes, I'm a good like when I will say that, which is why I don't get back to anybody, because I do feel like when I'm with somebody, I want to give them my full attention.
Yeah. So your quality time is probably one of yours.
I am generous.
And then and then probably words, except to Sam. He doesn't get your love. And clearly now, neither does the baby now.
He totally does, though. He knows that when I talk to him about familiarity, that he knows that I'm saying, I love you. But it comes out
So maybe
as
he should
fuck
practice that on his baby. Yeah. You're teaching him that.
ghee.
She has her own.
Don't you
special-
pretend like, well, I'm not quite sure what ghee is.
I didn't say it quite like that.
You said.
We'll play back the tape.
Okay, but it was. That
I
was.
see what you're saying.
Yes.
I didn't. I should have, but I didn't come across as confident. Okay. Anyway, continue. We have to get to the deal.
Yeah. All right. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
fight
I love
later.
it. You kidding? Just
Okay.
reminds me of home.
Tony,
Okay.
so imagine that you're single.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this a deal breaker?
Mm-hmm.
She likes to smell your shoes after you go for a run.
Okay. Yeah.
Why?
That's just odd. There's an oddness to that, and I know we're trying to be in a society to not be judgmental, and I don't want it to be taken as judgment.
What if your sweat is really sweet? And
We're not talking
there's-
just sweat.
it's
We're talking
like-
foot sweat.
Yeah, but
and foot sweat is a little bit of a
foot
deal.
sweat is like maybe you run so frequently.
Let me
that
just break it down.
smells-
If it's her baby's shoes, I'll smell a baby's shoes till the end of the day. If it's an older, mature person's tennis shoes that they just ran in, it's just a different story.
I'm going to give you a baby after you when you leave. There's one right
I
there.
know, but I'll smell that baby's feet.
Okay, she calls your penis Tony the Tiger.
Sure, that's not a deal breaker. I think that's kind of endearing. And it's tiger. Yeah, it's
Okay, but
not
what
like,
if she does it
It's not
like-
like Tony the Possum or something like that.
It's not Tony the Tiger. Tony the Tiger. I don't know. Maybe that's sexy. It kind of is actually coming out of my. I feel
Well,
like
surely
I
it would
can't
be like
say a
done in-
word that does not sound sexy.
I'm sure there's a couple you could say that
Nah,
doesn't
nope,
say
nope,
sex.
nope.
Nope. Okay.
Give me one. Give me one, and I'll make it sexy.
Okay. I'm going to say bratwurst.
Bratwurst.
Okay.
See?
Sure. That was.
Thank you.
That was one of those EMR things on YouTube where you could do one of those mic things where you soothe people with your voice, and that they talk really softly and they say, "Hey, it's time to go to bed." Yeah, it's a whole subculture. Oh, hi, Angel. Hi. I know you're disturbed by Anna's language today, aren't you?
Tony, you focus back now.
Okay.
Okay. She only likes to have sex if she can handcuff you.
That's a deal breaker. Because that, to me, that comes from some childhood pain. There's something rooted.
No, what if she just got like rejected from a local law enforcement? Like,
I don't know. There's something rooted in that. It makes me think of, like this whole 50 Shades of Grey thing, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's brave, and that's dangerous, and you're so brave." Here's the thing. You know what's brave is a committed relationship. Intimacy is scary. Vulnerability is scary. Not getting a red room or like handcuffing
like
people.
Things
that's
that are
brave.
not exciting are brave. You're completely right.
But that's not brave. That's not brave if you're walking around in leather.
You know what I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
Like, living till you're 93. That's brave.
That's brave. And working on it and talking and communicating. That's brave. Not easy.
Yeah. No. Boring but brave. Our new segment.
Just keep bringing me back as a guest. Here's Tony again, boring but brave.
Boring but brave.
And I just lost a million listeners. Weird.
Let's talk about grocery shopping.
Oh, God. I got so many topics on that. I do love Trader Joe's.
Let's talk about dry cleaning.
No, it's not as exciting. But grocery store shopping, I get so much joy from going to the grocery store.
You love a Jozo's.
I love a Jozo's. I love walking in Trader Joe's.
Crunchier than Cheerios.
Are they?
Oh, yeah, they are.
No.
Oh, yes, they are. You do a taste test. That's boring but brave.
Guess what I'm doing tonight with the family on our flight to Maine.
Okay, she raises ferrets for a living?
No, that's not a deal breaker.
Oh, okay.
That's
why?
kind of sweet. It would be, I would ask a lot of questions.
Like what?
Why ferrets? And
They're very friendly.
Yeah. And what drew her to ferrets?
Well, they
Do you know much about ferrets?
yeah.
You do?
Well, not much.
Not much.
But we had one growing up.
Did you really?
Yes.
What was its name?
Francis. Thank you.
My
for
dog's
asking.
name is Francis.
It's a great name.
Walter and Francis
We
are our
kismet.
dog's name. Yeah, names.
Yeah.
Wait,
I like
so
all things. that
Did
start
you
with an F.
wash the ferret?
No. I was 9.
Okay.
9-year-olds don't. They commit to things, but they don't actually follow through.
Okay. So did
Follow.
you ever take?
Another F word.
Did you ever take the ferret to the veterinarian or get
No,
him?
no, God, no.
That was fine. You just let him out loose.
Oh yeah.
Did you hold the ferret?
Oh yeah.
Really? Did you dress
A
the
good
ferret up?
color. No.
Oh.
Should have.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford doll clothes for the ferret.
Oh.
I know.
Well, nowadays with All American Girl, you'd be set.
Yeah. Well,
How many ferrets did you have?
just one ferret, Francis.
Just Francis.
Yeah.
Were your parents supportive of Francis?
Oh yeah, Mom got Francis. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
What your mom got you Francis? She didn't want a dog.
She didn't get me Francis. She got herself Francis.
Really? So it
Yes.
was your mom who loved
Yeah.
the ferret.
Yeah,
Wow.
isn't that that's how it always happens?
No, that is
It's like
true.
when your kids get to a certain age,
Right.
let's say 9 and 12,
Mm-hmm.
then suddenly your mom is like, "Well, I gotta have another baby. You're a pet,"
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, "You are gonna take care of it." And as kids, you're like, "Yeah, of course."
Yeah.
But deep down, somewhere in my mom's brain, she knew.
You're not taking care of it. I'm taking care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she still pushed it, and
How-
we were like
how-
a ferret, like.
love Francis the
that's
ferret.
one animal that we get.
That's that's an animated
ferret.
series.
Yay!
Francis
at least
the
we have
ferret.
an animal, that we won't take care of. Oh God!
How long did Francis live?
Oh, Frances was she was such a good ferret. They do have Frances lived for many
Did people
years.
think that she was a large rat?
No.
No.
But the thing about ferrets is that they are really affectionate and they're very needy. They're very sweet. Do you know any ferrets?
No, but I get the sense they're like a stole, where they just kind of wrap around your neck.
They are.
Yeah.
We had all kinds of. We had snakes and tarantulas and piranhas.
Ooh, okay, now we turned a corner.
I know.
Because I was with you on the ferret. Spiders. Ooh, that scene in Is it Raiders of the Lost Ark when he's in the? No, that's the snakes. There's some scene I saw recently where someone was covered in spiders.
Yeah, it's both. It's a combo.
Gosh darn it! Spiders terrify me.
In the same movie.
Oh, okay.
Spiders.
My wife hates snakes, but spiders, man, and it's hairy spiders.
Why?
I don't know, but any of those kind of movies where they pop out. Oh, what was the one? One of the Harry Potters when he was in the forest and all of a sudden the spider came out of the cave. Damn it! It just sent chills down my spine. There's something about a spider that's terrifying.
Why? Is it
what if I was like I was ritualistically abused by spiders?
Well, that would be like a reason. But you haven't.
You know what? I will say this: my sister, who I adore, she also did not like spiders, and I wonder if
Is she older?
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
And
yep,
I think
it's
that might have
inherited-
passed down
Yep.
because my wife's mother was terrified of snakes, and she's terrified of snakes.
My mom had an older relative, who told her, "Don't you pass your fear of insects onto your kids," and she didn't.
Oh yeah.
And my brother and I are both like, well, like, what's this? Like, and took pride, unnatural pride, maybe, in being like, I'm going to handle this bee, or in like, all right, like this, like I'm going to, like, whatever. Like we took pride in it because other kids were shocked by like our love of creepy things.
So it never. Did you have a lot of snakes and a lot of spiders in your home?
Yeah, we did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, did the snake ever get out?
Oh, all the time. The snakes were getting out all the time. All the time.
Did you ever just fall asleep and go, well, snake might get out tonight and strangle me?
No, because the snake loved me.
Yeah, you say that.
No, oh yeah, no, that snake there were multiple snakes that loved me.
God.
We would take them for walks.
First of all, I'm just picturing a ferret, a snake, and a spider in a walk down the neighborhood.
Yep, a couple of piranhas.
That's full on the Addams Family.
Yeah, we had scorpions. We had a 10-foot boa constrictor.
God.
We had so many snakes. We had these beautiful green, and the garage smelled like nothing you could imagine.
Yeah.
Like, imagine.
And what did you feed those snakes?
Like a catacomb. Like circa.
Well, it's like a history museum.
Let's do, I don't know, 890 BC.
Yeah. Okay, I got the year
Outside
in my
of Rome.
head.
Yeah.
On it.
We got a catacomb.
Jesus hasn't come yet. Got it.
And let's say the catacomb workers are getting a little sloppy.
Sure. Yeah.
So,
you don't have the good lighting that you have at a zoo and all the good air conditioning and stuff.
Yes, the fragrance is like, I don't want to linger.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was our garage.
And you had to pick up all that droppings and poop and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, God.
That's a lot, man.
But it was so good for me because I have such an appreciation for
do you have snakes and spiders in your home today?
Yeah, she has like the best insect collection in Hollywood.
Do you really?
I think so.
Thank you.
I haven't seen many. I don't think you might have the only one actually.
Oh, wow.
Well, but they're not alive.
Yeah, they're all, what are they called?
Taxidermied? Look at you. You are like a fucking koala, dude. What the fuck is wrong with you? What are they called? You went to fucking school? Jesus.
I didn't know you can taxidermy insects. I thought you can only taxidermy.
No, listen. I could taxidermy your eyeballs right now.
So you have how many insects frozen on a wall, would you say?
Quite a bit.
Wow. Yeah. Do you have also jewelry?
You come over?
Yeah, I'd love to. Do you also have jewelry, like insect jewelry with like stones? You know, that kind of cool. Seen that jewelry?
No, will you give me something like that?
A wrap gift is coming. What's your favorite stone?
Oh, go on. Okay, another deal breaker. Would you date an actress? Oh, sure.
Would I date an actress?
Yes. Would you date an actress, though?
Would I date an actress? Yeah, I'd date an actress. Would you date a actor who's in theater? Would you date a Broadway actor?
Good one. That is a good one.
Because that schedule is rough.
See, Broadway scares the shit out of me.
Really?
Yeah. I am the idea, because I don't know how I could transform, like, I don't know how I could make each night stimulating, like upon like whatever, like
you mean
50,
doing Broadway doing it,
yeah,
performing, yeah.
And so somebody who does, I'm worried that there would be the bravado. I don't know. What do you think, Tony?
I think it would be more scheduling is hard, especially you had a fan. But like they make it work. But it's definitely like if they're doing the same show every night. That's hard. That's really, and if it's intense theater, if it's like intense drama theater, that's tough to come down off of. I would think every night.
What's been your longest theater run?
Oh, I mean, I did like way off Broadway, way off. So it was maybe like a weekend was probably the longest run.
I adore you because you know where I thought you were going to go.
That I did Hello Dolly for 5 years in Times Square.
83 performances.
Me and Channing.
Wait, can we do one quick?
Yeah,
quick
and then are you okay for time?
Yeah.
Okay, so Tony.
Yeah.
Your agents.
My agents. That's what we are?
No.
Oh, okay.
Have sent you on a general.
Okay.
With the CEO of Imaginarium Studios.
Imagine Television, you mean?
Imaginarium Studios.
Oh, I got it. It's a made up. Okay. I'm with you. I'm tracking. Got it. Keys fell out. Yeah. Moving on.
Karen Sarducci.
Sorry?
Karen Sarducci. We'll get into it.
Okay. All right. Is this a...
Hi, I'm Donovan. How are you?
Hey, Donovan.
So nice to meet you, Tony.
Thank you so much.
Karen is expecting you.
Is he
Are you
here?
ready to meet? He is here now. First of all, can I get you anything to drink before you meet Karen?
Oh, I'd love a water, actually.
Here is a water for you.
Thank you so much.
Here is Karen Sarducci. Meet Tony Hale.
Hey,
oh my
Karen,
God.
It's so nice to
Hi,
meet you.
Tony. I'm such a big fan.
That's so nice. Thank you
and
so much.
I love it that you have like an easy name to remember.
Thank you. Yeah, it's it used to be Anthony as a kid, and then I changed it to Tony when I was in middle school.
The only trouble is like between like Gary, like but
yeah.
But because both end in a Y, so
right.
it was a little bit
that's
difficult
tough
for me. But
I'm sorry.
wait a minute. Did Donovan get you a cold? Did you want a room temperature?
Did you want cold or room temperature? I didn't
I'd love
ask
a room
you.
temperature.
Yeah.
Okay,
Donovan,
I gave you
what the
cold.
fuck?
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm
No.
Sorry.
We'll
Donovan,
do room
you're
temperature.
very loud right now.
Here's
very
room
loud.
temperature. I won't make that mistake again, Karen. I'm so really sorry.
How long has Donovan been working with you?
14 years.
I thought it was like 3 months or something.
Oh, wow.
She said she'd promote me at some point to development executive, but I've been an
Donovan,
assistant
shut
for
the fuck
14
up.
years.
Oh, can I ask Donovan why you stay here?
No, you can't.
Well,
I'm sorry,
she said
Gary.
she was going to promote me to
I have
to
another
development.
meeting after this, so
Creative executive.
we just
sorry.
need to
You're
kind of
absolutely
get to the.
That's right. I appreciate you taking this meeting. I know it's been a long time we've been trying to do this.
Oh, well, that's.
I think it's actually been 5 times, and like 4 of them you're very busy and you had to cancel. So thank you for sacrificing.
It's funny. I rarely get compliments. Thank you very much.
Oh, well, you have beautiful eyes.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Did you get your eyes from your mother or your father?
Well, my mother was always famous for. They called her Old Blue Eyes.
Oh,
and,
yeah, I can see that.
And she had this pony.
This ponytail. Oh, this pony
A
horse.
pony, yeah,
Oh.
it was named Caroline. And,
Oh, sweet.
it had these big blue eyes, which is unusual for.
Very unusual. That's right out of Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Oh, you like that show?
I don't. They pushed a kid out the window in the first episode and it freaked me
Oh,
out.
but it wasn't that bad. He lived,
He did live.
and
You're
he
right.
became a clairvoyant.
Yeah. But they were just not kind to the wolves, and it, I don't know, it just kind of upset me.
Ah, really?
Yeah. But I know you did that show, so I have huge admiration for the amount of money and time and commitment that you put into it.
I just wish you would have stuck in there.
I know.
You know?
I did. I wanted to audition. What's the guy's name who had his hand cut off?
Jamie.
Yummy,
I wanted to call him because he's yummy.
yummy.
Yeah.
Did you give everybody a nickname on the show?
Well,
What was the blonde's name?
truthfully,
Ursula.
They're overpaid.
Oh, they're overpaid.
Listen, I don't want to get into it.
I know.
Tony. It's really nice to meet you.
It's nice to
and
meet
thank
you.
you for complimenting my eyes.
Wow, how
no
could you
one
not?
has ever done that before, and
They're
thank
piercing.
you for that.
Jesus
Thank
had piercing eyes.
Did he?
Yeah, I'm a person of faith, and I've never seen him face to face, but I've heard.
But you've seen pictures.
I've seen pictures, and his eyes
Paintings.
are piercing. Yes.
I wouldn't call them piercing. I would call them kind, benevolent, sort of unfocused.
Yes, soothing, but they can see right through you. Those kind of
Ooh,
Yeah.
like I know if you've been bad or good.
eyes. Yes. Probably Santa does too.
Yeah. No, Tony, you are quite a charmer.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay, so here's. So I am a big fan of yours.
Oh, that's very kind.
No,
Thank
I am. You are very, very funny.
Oh, thanks so much.
You're very funny. I don't know. I doubt that you can probably do serious things because most funny people just like the crossovers, like, no, can't do that.
Really? But there's a lot of examples of people doing Steve Carell does.
No,
Okay.
please don't.
Yeah.
Listen, we've
Okay.
tried it before, but it does not work.
Okay. Do you always bring your baby to work?
That's not my baby.
Oh, that's not your baby.
Nope.
But it's in your
I had
office.
those eggs removed.
Oh, really?
Oh,
so
yeah.
So why is the baby lying on your desk?
Donovan, why the fuck is the baby?
Well, you said that I can bring my baby to work, and then I brought the baby to work.
Donovan, when did you have sex?
Oh, well, I don't know if he needs to share that with you. Clearly, though, 9
Gary?
plus 4 months ago.
Gary, I wanted to pitch to you a couple of movies.
Please.
Ideas. Okay.
Great.
Get the Donovan.
Get the baby out of the way. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I wanted to pitch to you a couple
Okay.
ideas.
I love that you're pitching me. That's very nice.
Oh, well,
It's very nice.
I'm a huge fan.
Thank you, man. That's so. I don't think I've ever had an executive that's your level to pitch me ideas.
Oh, no, please. No, please.
That's
please,
so
please,
nice.
Please. It's like, but because we are such huge fans
Wow.
here at Imaginarium, so we own the rights to The Man Behind the Flag,
The Man Behind the Flag.
which is the Betsy Ross story.
Okay. Oh, sure. Okay.
We already have Reese as
Okay.
Betsy.
Sure. Okay.
Bryan Cranston is her first husband, and we're really hoping that you would be the second husband.
When you say inspiration, do you mean an inspiration for the person that would be playing the character, or the?
No. We want you to be
play the
no.
character.
Yeah, we've already been inspired by other writers.
I see. So do you want me to play? When you say you want me to be the inspiration, do you mean
The husband,
To
the
play-
husband
to play the
behind
husband.
the man behind the flag,
okay? And how would you describe the man?
the man behind the flag.
Yeah.
Oh, easy. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I want you to have your own take on it.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
I will say, as a feminist,
Yes, of course.
one of our early, as women were educated
Sure,
in
yeah,
America,
yeah.
one of our early inspirational figures was Betsy Ross.
Of course, of course.
And she sewed a flag like nobody's business
Yeah,
in a
amazing.
rocking
I've
chair,
seen it.
apparently, and it was circular at the time.
Oh, really?
It was.
When
yeah.
did they make it rectangle?
Well, I'm not quite sure. Donovan, will you get on that?
I'll look it up.
Totally.
Anyway, but the man, so we want sort of the man behind the flag, like who
Gave her the idea.
stimulated Betsy to
Oh, wow.
to create a flag that
That went rectangle.
was, no, she was circular.
Wait, so it was, you're saying the flag
I'm
that,
sorry, Tony, did you not know that,
I did not know.
you
that
don't know the history of our flags?
that it was originally circular?
Originally it was circular. It was.
Wow.
And it was from American cotton.
Was it? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Dye that was harvested from grapes. And,
Oh my God, she worked hard.
Oh,
And blueberries for the blue.
are you
and-
kidding? Yeah, Reese is attached.
Yeah, I know. You keep saying that.
And
That's a great
she's
name.
like, well,
How does Reese feel about the man behind the flag? What is her take on how he served her?
well, she's just like, oh, I hope it goes down on me.
Well,
And I'm like, oh yeah, no problem.
And is that coming from historical evidence that there was a man behind the flag servicing Betsy Ross?
There's always a man behind the flag.
Oh, okay.
Always.
Would you say flag is kind of metaphorical, like it's not necessarily the flag?
Oh my God, Tony!
I'm getting too deep.
Can I tell you something?
Please.
I actually thought you'd be grateful to take this meeting.
Oh no! Let me tell you right now, I cannot be more grateful. I just want to give you.
So if I told you that I wanted you to wrap your cock in the original American flag sewn by Betsy Ross, would you do that or not?
No, I would not. I got to be honest, I would not do it.
What if you did it for $13 million?
Not worth it. It's not worth my peace of mind wrapping my business around the flag, the American flag. It's just not. No amount of money is worth it.
Donovan,
well, I don't understand why that wasn't in the script. Why would he do that?
Something that you was just you were inspired in our conversation?
I just need you to.
How is that part of the character?
I need Tony to tell me what he would do or not do for a role. To work with Imaginarium is to be at the pinnacle of your fucking career.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I would love to serve a story. What I'm curious about is if wrapping my penis in the American flag, as Donovan said, is in the script, and if going down.
How else is Betsy going to love it?
I just don't know if that's a script that would be greenlit. Oh, really? That's the original Pigs in a Blanket. That's where that came from.
Yes, that's right. Ching, ching, ching.
Oh my gosh, she should have, trademarked that stuff.
Yeah, she could have done a lot more.
She really could have.
Yeah.
So you're telling me, just to break it down a little bit, you're telling me that in this script, the man behind the flag's penis needs to be wrapped in the flag, and he's going down on Betsy Ross. So that's a part of the script that you guys have greenlit. Is that what I'm hearing?
I am telling you, perversion has happened.
Oh, sure.
Wonderful perversion.
I completely agree.
Has happened for centuries.
Absolutely.
And was a part of the founding of our country.
I'm just kind of curious the broader story that we're talking about here, and not just these moments of satisfaction.
You may have been jealous when, Betsy got a lot of attention.
Sure.
For
and just in an act of rebellion, I just wrapped my penis around the flag.
And, Benji and George and John, they were all like, Betsy, great job.
Great job. Well, you know what I can do? Do you go down on Betsy? That's what I said to them.
That's right.
Wow, I'm really interested. Did you write this script?
I'm writing. Well, I didn't know. I am not a writer.
No.
I'm not a writer.
Of course not.
She pretty much wrote the script.
You wrote the script.
No, I did not. But it's a story of feminism. And the man behind the feminism. So it's like reverse. It's like It's like you know how they always say like behind every strong man is some good smart woman-y type or whatever.
Sure.
Well, this is like the opposite, but tripled. It's like behind every strong woman, there is a strong man who behind that
is another seamstress who actually made the flag.
That's not a bad idea.
You know what? I think that might actually have some more depth than just seeing me rap.
The little cousin.
Ooh, she is
Sophia
sneaky.
Ross.
Actually, I wouldn't say she's sneaky. I'd say Betsy Ross is sneaky because it's like a ghost seamstress that she's got.
I just want like the creaking of the rocking chair.
Which the niece would do.
Yep. Fuck yes.
Because she's not about to push her ankle down that.
I knew I was right to call you in for a meeting.
That's right. You're welcome. It sounds like a $13 million idea. I'm telling you right now.
She's